historical events. So I don't understand why you're so against the Bible and you don't believe in it, and you have an issue with it.
You know something? Okay. The Bible is a book. Do you know anything about the authors of the Bible?
I don't know. I'm not coming here as a theologist and
No.
someone who has studied the Bible.
This
I
isn't about
Yeah,
theology. This isn't about theology. Have you read the Bible from cover to cover?
absolutely not.
You've
I
not?
haven't. No.
How long have you been a Christian for?
So I grew up Christian, and then for like 5 years, I kind of separated from my faith, and for the last 4 months, I've kind of come back into my faith again. So yeah, it's something that I definitely want to do. And even with reading the Bible cover to cover, it doesn't mean that you're going to know every single bit at every single point in the Bible. So yeah, obviously I have a lot to learn. But my faith, you know, derives from the things that God has done in my life that you can't deny and you can't explain.
You have not read it from cover to cover.
Yeah,
Yet you believe the contents of it.
absolutely.
Wow.
But I wasn't there when World War II and World War I was happening, but I still believe it happened. So I'm not really understanding why you can't believe in something. The belief comes from the personal relationship.
So does that mean that you will believe anything inside any book? Okay, let me get you a book here. Right, I've got this book here. Okay. This is a book by Julian Baggini and Jeremy Stangrum. It says, "Do you think what you think you think?" Yeah, the ultimate philosophical quiz book. Do you believe the contents of this book?
I don't know what the book's about, so I don't know whether I do believe in it or not.
You've not read the Bible from cover to cover.
Yeah, I mean I haven't, but it's not that I don't know anything about the Bible. I've read a lot of scripture in the Bible, but I don't know the Bible cover to cover.
Do you know the authors of the Bible?
I personally don't. Maybe when I read it more, I will discover that.
I can tell you a bit about the two authors. I can tell you a little bit about them. Because every book tells you, like the modern day books will tell you a little bit about, listen, I'll tell you. So Julian Baggini and Jeremy Stangrum are the founding editors of the Philosopher's Magazine. Julian Baggini writes regularly for The Guardian and is a frequent contributor to the BBC Radio 4. His books include What's It All About, Philosophy and the Meaning of Life, and the best-selling The Pig Who Wants to Be Eaten. Jeremy Stangrum's books include the Big Book of Big Ideas, Philosophy A&C Black, and the books, usually when you buy a book, it will tell you a bit about the author of the book. Does the Bible tell you anything about the authors?
Possibly, yeah. I'm sure it does actually, because I remember the people that were in the Bible wrote the Bible. I don't know why you keep laughing. I mean, so who wrote the Bible then? It's got to be the people that lived in that time who are illustrating their lives.
So are you saying the people inside? So anything you read inside a book, that's the person who wrote the book. Okay, guess what? I've got a book for you. Hold on. I've got this book for you. Right? Because based on the analogy that you just gave, right? Shit, I'm going to mess up. Okay, I've got another book here. This is my son's book. Captain Underpants, right? So in this book, was this book written by Captain Underpants?
But it's not even. It's not. It's written by the.
You just said.
No, but
you just said the Bible was written by the people in the Bible. We've got Captain Underpants inside Captain Underpants. Did Captain Underpants write Captain Underpants?
It's not a fiction book, and it's the author that wrote the book.
I asked you, who are the authors of the Bible?
Okay, maybe I don't know. I'll say I don't know.
So you cannot then make the claim that the people inside the book are the ones who wrote the book, because you do not know. You don't have that information. You don't.
Okay. Sure.
And if you don't have that information, how do you put so much faith inside a book that you have absolutely no clue about? Make it make sense.
I think it's a bit unfair to say that I have no clue about the book, because I have read, many.
Tell me what you know about the Bible. Go on.
I mean, I'm not going to go into that, because again, I'm very much still learning about my faith. So I don't want you to challenge me about the scriptures and the biblical passages, because obviously I haven't read it book cover to cover to give you the answers. But like, that doesn't negate my faith.
I'm not even talking about your faith, because the source of your faith is the Bible.
The source of my faith is my relationship with God, and I use the Bible as a reference to strengthen the relationship that I have with God.
The relationship with God?
Absolutely.
What kind of relationship?
I pray every day.
Is it a one-way relationship or a two-way relationship?
It's a two-way relationship.
God speaks to you?
Yes.
What does God sound like?
It's a voice that I hear in my head that gives me direction.
You just said a voice that you hear in your head.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, I mean,
So you are hearing voices in your head. And you call that a relationship.
what do you call a relationship then?
A relationship usually is between 2-3 persons, right? There is interaction. There is, it's a, well, if it's two people in the relationship, there's a give and take. There's, interaction between the two people, right? So I want to know a little bit about that relationship that you have with God, right? You're the one looking for God. You're the one praying to God. You're the one, doing the hard work. I just want to know, what does God do for you in that relationship?
Keeps me safe, keeps me healthy, keeps my mental health at peace, gives me direction, purpose. I think that's what God does for me.
Give you purpose.
Mm.
What's your purpose then?
I think my purpose is to.
Did you say I think he's giving you purpose? So if he's giving you, you shouldn't be thinking. You should know. You should say, "This is what God told me my purpose is."
Okay. Okay. There's nothing wrong with me thinking.
And he hasn't told you anything, sister.
Oh, I don't think so.
You just said you're in a relationship. He's giving you purpose. He keeps you safe. He speaks to you. He does this and that. So what did he tell you your purpose is? I'm just trying to figure it out.
Using my voice to enhance other people's lives.
He said that to you.
Mhm.
When did he say that to you?
I think it's been a while ago.
And what did his voice sound like? Did it sound like he was male, female? What did his voice sound like?
It's genderless and
Genderless.
yeah.
What does a genderless voice sound like?
It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. But it's just that the closest way to describe it is like a gut feeling.
Okay.
And I'm sure you believe in gut feelings, right? You must believe in that.
Can I tell you that everyone who believes in a God or doesn't believe in a God, they get gut feelings.
Absolutely.
So how do I tell yours apart from the others? How do I tell? So you think that your gut feelings are a God? Someone who is in the Sikh religion has gut feelings, right? So is it their God who is giving them that?
I mean, that is a great question. It's a difficult one to answer right now for me.
What I'm trying to make you see is, even people that don't believe in God like myself, I get a gut feeling, right? I get that.
Mhm.
But I don't believe in a God. So how then can you say that it's God that is giving you that?
Because I believe God is in all of us.
God is in all of us?
Yes.
Where is he inside us? Inside us. Where?
Because I believe that we all have the ability to be connected with God, and that's why God has given us that source of wisdom, and it's up to us to tap into that to enhance that.
When you say God is inside of us, I'm curious. What God are you talking about? There are thousands of gods being worshipped by people, all sorts. There is Poseidon, there is Osiris, there is Zeus, there is Allah, there is. So what God is inside us? Somebody said Jesus Christ. Someone said Jesus Christ. Oh, God, someone says God of Daniel. Chineke, all these different gods are inside you guys. See, all these different gods are inside you all. Someone has Jesus inside them. Someone has a God of Daniel inside of them. Somebody has. You're wanting to come up. Okay, go on. Come up then. You've been asking to come up.
Hi.